Yeah, and you got the new record coming out, Flickering Resonance, May 16th, Run for Cover Records. When did the writing start on this? And talk us through that a little bit of how the writing occurs, especially now you talk about being the new chapter coming back into the band.
It's interesting, right? It's not like when we get together, it's not like we set out to write like a particular way or a particular thing, we're going to go, this is the heavy song or whatever. I think people just bring riffs. And we would, in the past, in the early days, just kind of shoot ideas around. I brought a lot of structures in the beginning as we went further along in our journey. So kind of after Australasia, right around the fire in our throats, there started to be just a lot more of a back and forth dialogue around the parts. And obviously, Trevor was writing his own parts. So there was always this sort of like, how am I going to melodically relate to what you're writing? We were never really sort of bent on both doing the same thing. Although at times I was like, man, we should just both be doing that riff. And he'd be like, no, I'm going to do my own riff. But it would always kind of blend and weave in and out in a way that that suited the song. I think the one big change is when I stepped out of the band. Brian, as who had already been writing a lot more on What We All Come to Need, kind of brought a lot of bass driven stuff that allowed us to step back as guitar players and just sort of like approach the instrument in more of like a psychedelic tapestry kind of deal, where it's not like riff driven by the guitars, but the bass are doing more of the work.